We all know that Governor Samuel Ortom is one of the uh, governors who are really working hard to ensure that Nigeria is a better place, and he's now very concerned about the insecurity going on in the southeastern part of Nigeria. We know that the southeastern part of the country have been in serious siege of, unrest, and it has been really very serious ever since. But Samuel Othon made a very shocking revelation, and he said something about this administration. And remember how some time ago he was almost oppressed by the president, but he never allowed himself to be criticized or even brought down by the president to be trampled upon. And I believe he is giving the southeastern leaders a clue on what to do to ensure that all of this really stops soon, as in I mean soonest. Well, I'll bring you more details, but please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. All right, dear friends, without further ado, right here it says that the Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has suggested solutions to tackling the menace of insecurity in the southeast and other parts of Nigeria. The governor spoke today in Enugu while delivering a keynote address titled Emerging Security Situation in the Southeast, the Place of Good Governance, at the one-day lecture series organized by the Nigeria Union of Journalists NUJ, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Enugu Chapel. Governor Thom said insecurity in the region and other parts of Nigeria can only be addressed when leaders set aside sentiment and confront the monster, stressing that all stakeholders must support security agencies to perform better, as security is everyone's business. He opined that government at all levels must take aggressive steps to address the problem of youth unemployment by making concerted efforts towards job creation and youth empowerment through the private sector. The governor, while calling on the federal government to respect the federal character principle to end marginalization and injustice in form of appointments and development projects, also called for the implementation of the National Livestock Transformation Plan adopted by the National Economic Council to protect farming communities against herders' attack. He also charged the federal government to publicly condemn the atrocities perpetrated by armed herdsmen, as well as arrest and prosecute the leadership of Miyetti Allah Kutehol, Fulani Nationality Movement, and other armed herders groups that have consistently admitted to the wanton killings of farmers. Governor Tom called on the federal government to prescribe all militant Fulani groups, as was done in the case of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, given that the Global Terrorism Index ranks Fulani militia as the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the world. While advising youth of the Southeast against the destruction of federal government structures in their region, Governor Thom called on the federal government to convene a meeting of Eastern Nigerian stakeholders across party lines to discuss challenges confronting the people, especially youth. The governor, who was presented with an award of courage in leadership, appreciated the NUJ Radio Nigeria Enugu Chapel for the honor. Even as he congratulated other awardees during the occasion, Zonal Director FRCN Enugu Zonal Office, Pastor Ima Inegbedion, had praised Governor Thom for all that his administration has been doing, especially building bridges of unity and friendship among Nigerians. On arrival, Governor Thom was received by the Tiv and Igbo communities in Enugu. Well, what Governor Thom has said makes a lot of sense, because indeed, I wonder why the federal government has not really find it very important to call these headers and even the Fulani group, a terrorist group, because indeed in the world they have now been recognized as the fourth deadliest in the world. And I wonder why a country that experiences all the terrorism of these people have not declared them terrorists. and yet the world recognizes them as the fourth deadliest. So you can imagine they are not even being arrested for all the atrocities they are causing in the country. They see them as every other Nigerian. And it was so quick for the federal government to quickly declare the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, a terrorist group. And really, Nigerians have not even seen what IPOB actually did for them to really warrant being called a terrorist group. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is actually suffering for today. You can imagine he's been recognized as a terrorist, and also he has also been arrested for treasonable offenses. What are the treasonable offenses? Because he's an IPOB and a Biafran man, and he says that he is not part of Nigeria, and he has decided not to do anything concerning Nigeria. So he's speaking ill of the country, and that is what he's being held for. So it is really, really funny that a lot is going on. But Samuel Ortom is a very strong governor. He has stood up for what is right. Even the last time, he said he was going to ensure that the president pay for allowing herders to harass him in his farm. He was almost taking the president to court, but they had to settle that amicably, and that was the same reason he decided to withdraw that case against the president, because he said he was going to court against the president and also every those in the helms of affairs in the federal government. But somehow the president had to visit him and they had to talk things out, and that was where it ended. But of course, he was expecting more from the president, but he couldn't get more from them, because he said he saw this headsman attack him. So he wasn't trying to form, or he wasn't trying to lay false claim against this lay false accusations against the headers. He said they were the ones that attacked him, and he almost got killed if not for God's intervention. And since then, he said in his state he's not taking it lightly with any header. And since then, he has been part of the Southern governors agreeing for the bill of the ban on open grazing in his state as well. So he has been in support of this, because he understands he has been a victim of this guy. So he does not even want to joke at all with his state concerning herders. And I understand where he's coming from. He has experienced their terrorist attack. So definitely he's not seeing them as normal herders as every other person would rather see them. To him, they are all terrorists, because they go about with guns and do all sort of things to farmers. So he said he's not taking it lightly. But at the end of it all, he's just encouraged the southeastern youth that they should not destroy the properties of their state, because at the end of the day, it will still be their loss. So they should be careful how they really get angry. So my dear people, that is it. Samuel Ortom has said his own part. Please drop a comment. Let's hear from you, and also give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.